small bar and I saw this big man, and he looked at me like he didn't want to see this guy walking through his small bar doors. But there I was, because I was hired to play music there that night. And at the time I was smoking cigs, and I kept walking out to have a cigarette or walk down the street or whatever the hell I was doing. And every time I would walk back in, I would say, hello, how's it going? Or at least nod my head. And I got nothing, baby. Nothing at all. And I thought, this man cannot stand me. And so I know, it's pathetic, really.
Oh.
But I thought he was a cold, hard man. Then I played my set of music, and there was a few people there that night, and a couple people stayed after the show to talk to me and to grab a record. So I was talking to them, and I felt the presence of a giant behind me. I got nervous. I thought perhaps you would read in the papers, Canada, here in Canada last night, fucking guy with hat, big guy with hair and tattoos, and crazy thoughts went through my mind. And I turned around, I was nervous, and I said hello, and he said hi, in a real sweet, soft voice. And he said, I was working, he's like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I was working the door the whole night. And he said, so I didn't catch your whole set, because I was dealing with the people coming in and out, but there was a song that you played that had something to do with wolves. And I was like, oh, wow, this is wild. And he said, that song really hit me, made me feel things. And I thought, man, this is truly wild. I said, really? And he said, yes. And from his giant pocket, he pulled out a tiny notebook. And from his other giant pocket, he pulled out a normal-sized pen. And he asked me, he said, that song, what is it about? What do you feel like that's about? And I was like, well, it's kind of a song about like the outsiders, and it's a song that there's beauty in the imperfections, if you will. And I went on a little bit, and he said, oh, I love that. I said, do you really? And he said, yes. And so he said, what's the name of that book? And I said, There Are Men Too Gentle to Live Among Us. He said, what's the name of the author? I told him James Kavanaugh, and he wrote it down. And he said, do you have the record that song is on? I would like to purchase it. And I said, for you, beautiful giant, it is on me tonight. And I tell that story just because of how frequently I find my head up my own butt, and how dark and smelly it is up there, and how much nicer it is when I'm able to pull it out. And so that's what I've been up to the last few years. And here we go. Got my money on that old blind horse. She can't see, but she knows the chorus. I know some people who have seen it all, get their hearts beat behind walls. I'm tough enough to your cheek. Sing the way you walk down my street. Why do you want to act so hard? People know it ain't you. So scared to play your game. Hard to cancel. To live amongst wolves. Thank you.